Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. So, you guys are so lucky because I think when we were in high school, our generation, we didn't have these opportunities of amazing speakers coming to tell you about what they do and having an amazing setup like this. So, shout out to Cecil and just shout out to the team before I go into my talk today. So, as they mentioned, my name is Thulani Masebenza. I'm the co-founder of a company called Moya Money, and we're going to deep dive more into what Moya Money does. But to make the context of what I'm going to be discussing today make sense, I'm going to give you a bit of background of myself. So I was actually a very average student, 50s and 60s. So everyone here in the room that has 50s and 60s, please be proud of yourselves, and I hope your teachers are not listening to my advice right now. But that's mainly because the first lesson that I learned on my journey is that everyone is a winner and everyone has the capacity to win if people just believe and dedicate their time to helping you succeed. That was the first lesson that I learned, and on my journey, I was also a very confused young person. I wanted to go study law, so I actually went to Wits to study a BA because I was interested in becoming a lawyer. And almost 1 year into it, I realized I did not enjoy law at all. I actually was more passionate about business. So I went into entrepreneurship. I went and studied at Wits Business School. And after getting my degree, I worked as a management consultant. So how many people here in the room know what a management consultant is? Okay, thank you. We'll discuss that more at the end, but a management consultant simply solves problems. So if you're interested in solving problems, particularly businesses' problems, that's the perfect career for you. And after that, I was lucky enough to go to a program in Columbia where I studied alongside Harvard and Stanford professors. And that's when I really started getting interested in technology as well. And then I co-founded two companies. The first one is called Young Aspiring Thinkers. We've worked with the likes of Trevor Noah Foundation, BCG, Cornell University, and Oracle. But I'm no longer formally part of that organization, and now my current business, Moya Money. So that's the topic of what I'm going to be discussing today, what we do at Moya Money and the new economy. So there's a new phase of employment in Africa right now. Everyone is telling young people to get jobs in South Africa. We're obviously trying to solve unemployment. But there's actually an exciting new industry booming for young people, and that's self-employment. And what self-employment looks like is freelancers working for themselves, subcontractors working on projects, and as we typically know in the creative industry, creatives that are doing their own work, such as music, such as photography, such as design. And what Moya Money is doing is making money flow in this economy. So what we do at Moya Money is we essentially built a platform for businesses. We built an app. And I think that's what's interesting about my journey is that I actually can't code, I can't do any software development, but curiosity led me here. And I think for all you guys, it's important to be curious and to keep asking yourselves questions about what you're passionate about, what you want to do in life, and what problems we want to solve, and you can find yourself in some interesting places. But what we do is we allow companies such as Sasol to load all their subcontractors, people that work for themselves and people that own their own time, and pay them through this system. And we essentially do this for hundreds, if not thousands of freelancers. We've worked with about 7 clients who have about 7,500 freelancers. And that's essentially Moya Money. So to wrap up on my journey, I'm so far building this company. We started it in 2021, and at the end of 2021, was selected as the first South African business to participate in an incubator in Barcelona, Spain. So I was lucky enough to go to another country, and what that incubator means is they take ideas such as ourselves, and they invest money, and they invest resources to help people like me who can't code build these businesses. After that, we were able to raise a bit of investment and funding, and currently in 2023, we have just been part of the MultiChoice Innovation Fund, and they are slowly becoming one of our clients that we're going to launch with soon, and was selected as one of the top 10 startups by the World Bank, and we at least were able to get some capital as well there. So as I mentioned, I believe the future is self-employment. But before I deep dive into this topic, I wanted to maybe ask one person, I'll pick on someone in the crowd, what does it mean to be self employed? I'm going to pick you, ma'am, there in the front. This one right over here. Yes. What does it mean to be self employed? What does it mean to work for yourself?
Being self-employed means that you yourself, you're working for your own, which means you are your own boss.
Okay, she's correct. So, self employment does mean being your own boss, but it goes further than that. It actually goes into passion. If you speak to a lot of people that are self employed, they're not what you think. It happens in every industry. This could be photographers, this could be software developers, this could be people that maybe used to be accountants or lawyers and have just decided to actually work for themselves because they want to own their own time, or maybe they like the flexibility. I think self-employment is also cool because this is what the future is looking like. No longer people working necessarily in offices, people working in coffee shops, people working from home, and people are able to generate their own income and, like she mentioned, become their own boss. So, to close off on this topic, I'm just going to talk about opportunities to become self employed. So nowadays, it's easier than ever to get skills. Every single one of us here, I'm sure, has used YouTube. And instead of maybe taking the time to look at the latest music videos or the latest trends, you can actually teach yourself technical skills. You can teach yourself maybe how to make music. You can teach yourself maybe how to make a movie. That technology is possible. You can teach yourself how to build a mobile app. Like I'm telling you, I can't code myself, but I built one. If you are curious and you're passionate about these things, you can teach yourself anything. Yes, I do believe you can go to university, and all of you should. But if the opportunity is not there for you to go study at WITS or UCT, I think whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want to solve, just go on YouTube and see if you can learn that skill yourself. The second thing is that tech is building a borderless world. Nowadays, people, like I mentioned, are making money at home. Nowadays, what we're also seeing trends in the market is that companies in the US, companies in the UK, companies in all over the world, Europe, Germany, you name it, they are so interested in African talents. They're so interested in you guys sitting in this room. And the reason being is because they know that you guys are highly skilled and they will hire you. They will hire you for such unique opportunities you never even imagined. I have a friend who's a software developer, and he's making close to R500,000 a year working for a company in the Netherlands, and he's never even been to their offices even once. So just consider that mobile phone that you have in your pocket can connect you to all sorts of opportunities. And lastly, platforms such as Moya Money can also help you collect or formalize your income. So we can provide you with a bank account where you can get paid by your client. And what we're starting to go into right now is allowing people that work for themselves to be able to get access to credit, to be able to get access to insurance, and to be able to get access to things that formal and professional people get maybe working at Sassel. So thank you for making the time, and that's my talk.
Thank you, sir, for being here with us. It's really a great opportunity for us to learn what you do and how you do it. And I think I have a question before we get into the... we've talked about what it means to be self-employed and the advantage of self-employment. I would just like to ask, what does it take to be self-employed? What type of morals should you have? What are the requirements?
So I think the biggest thing is actually discipline. I think one thing that people underestimate with self-employment is you have to be disciplined. Because you don't have a boss telling you do X, do Y, do Z, you have to be disciplined enough to wake up every single day at the same time, have the discipline to reply to your clients, and have the discipline to organize your time. So if you speak to people that are actually self-employed, you'll probably actually find that their job is harder than people that are maybe working in formal companies because of the level of responsibility they have to put on themselves.